Hello, my name's Emily. I am the founder of HR Consultancy. HR is our name and HR is our game. I'm speaking to you today in partnership with Skillmentum, a new bespoke consultancy, basically an ideal one-stop shop for all of your business needs, ranging from content marketing, visuals, media, as well as HR. And basically, yeah, we know what we're talking about, usually. Today, I'm just going to give you some top tips on how to stay motivated while searching for a new position, a new role. I get it, guys. I know how stressful and how frustrating it can be. So these are just a few pointers to help steer you on the right path. Firstly, set objectives. Make sure they're realistic, though. So these are basically just small goals designed to help you achieve your major goal of reaching that dream job that you want. So this could be very basic, even down to things just like make sure one day you update your CV. I know it can often be a laborious task that nobody really wants to do, and certainly a lot of people find difficult focusing on the positives sometimes of their own work experience. Sometimes we need reassurance of actually just how good we are, what skill sets we have. So just make that as one of your first major goal for that week. You could even look at making sure you set aside certain times to research for roles. So take time, maybe even an hour a day. You don't need to be spending 9 hours every day searching, because you're basically going to end up repeating yourself and often finding the same jobs available. So just set an hour aside a day, look through job boards, various different sources, other sources like LinkedIn, and just set aside that small goal so that at the end of the day you can feel good about yourself, that you've managed to tick off one of your boxes. The second one, and this is something that I definitely help with myself, something I'm not very good at, is going out to your network. If you think about it, there's people that we've worked with in the past, companies that we might want to actually work with in the future. So take some time to really reach out to contacts. And more importantly, don't be afraid to make new connections. I can't stress this highly enough. Spend some time on sites like Glassdoor. Do some research on some companies. Work out what sort of company it is that you want to work for. Research current employees, what they said about companies. See if it's possibly a good fit for you, and then take some time to do some searching on LinkedIn or other professional sites like, say, Slack or GitHub, other sites that you might use to network, and make new connections. Never ever be afraid to ask for help, referrals, or advice. For example, like, say, you've got a good friend for years who's worked at a company that you'd really like to get into. Ask them, what's it like to work for this company? Don't be afraid to talk, and more importantly, ask for help. Other things, we can often get so bogged down and stressed by just firing our CV out here, there, everywhere. And it becomes all encompassing. It dominates your every waking thought. And one of the things that we tend to do then is get job seekers burnout. So when you can, take some time, think about what it is that you like to do. Ensure that you set some time aside to do things that you enjoy, even if it's just meeting up for a coffee with a friend, or if you're a nerd like me, jigsaw puzzles, colouring, whatever it is, crocheting, knitting, whatever. Take some time for yourself so that you don't become so burnt out and so focused on just one thing. You're a multifaceted person. You have many different skills, many different interests. Read a book. And again, if you manage and set smart objectives, there's no reason why you can't take some time to dedicate to focus on yourself. Meditate if that's what you're into. Anything like that. It's very important that you don't lose focus of yourself as a whole person by just literally letting being a job seeker define you. Fourthly, celebrate little wins. Congratulate yourself if you've managed to research and find a company and send a CV to somewhere that you really, really are interested and really want to get in. maybe you've managed to get some positive feedback or even landed an interview. Celebrate it. Allow yourself to see that you are progressing slowly but surely. And then finally, the biggest one, stay motivated. It is really sometimes so demoralizing when you've just sent and put yourself out there, you've done all the application forms, you sent your CV everywhere, and you're not getting anywhere. And no feedback, no nothing. Remember, you know your strong suits, you know your skills, you know your worth. And it's very important that you stay motivated to just keep going. Like I said, by putting these things down into smaller goals, hopefully you won't end up suffering with burnout and you'll be able to keep your motivation level at a high. There are plenty of good companies out there, there are plenty of good roles out there, and you've also got to look inward. What is it that you really want? What sort of role do you really want? And could this be an opportunity for you to maybe even think about your overall career objective? Like, say, for example, you want to maybe diversify and change department. Maybe you were into sales and now you want to move into marketing. Maybe have a look and see at what skills you might need in order to break into marketing. There are plenty of online free resources out there. Maybe pick up and do some training courses. The opportunities are endless and it's really only limited by your own sort of self-motivation. So that's purely key. And I think overall, by setting these little targets, and again, this is something that, you know, maybe you've got a comment, maybe you want to add something, by all means, please write a comment down below. Maybe you disagree with me entirely. That's fine. Get in touch and we can discuss further. And on that subject, if you like, my contact details will be below. Please do reach out, as I'm also offering a free CV or resume health checklist. So drop me a line, send in your CV, let me know what sort of position that you're interested in, and basically I will give you a free review, send it up, and hopefully set you on your way. One of the big things I think that often gets overlooked, I mean, I've been on both sides, I've been a recruiter and a job seeker. One of the critical things that you need to remember is not to take things personally. It's not a personal rejection. You're not being rejected. I've done over probably about 20,000 interviews in my career, and not once have I ever said, "Oh, I'm not employing him. He's a right weirdo." So it's not personal. Sometimes, particularly in a very competitive job market, the criteria and the selection criteria for each role, it can literally come down to very minor, small little details. Where possible, ask for feedback, as is you're entitled to, and don't take it personally. If you think that was your dream job and you didn't get it, then it's not the job for you. Anyway, thank you very much for your time. Drop us a like, comment and a follow, and I'll catch up with you later.